Boys and girls, Alex here. Some of you may have seen my Japanese maze box puzzle, and some of you haven't, which would account for close to 100% of the people. Well, to see how it works, I would suggest you go back to it. But basically, in a nutshell, the top follows a maze pattern and you've got to take it off. I'm not going to do it here. I'll switch the camera off and take the lid off. Okay, I took the lid off, and basically this is what the puzzle looks like. It's a fairly simple puzzle. As I say, it's got this pin that you guide through the maze. Well, I had some friends come over on the weekend, and Karen, her name isn't Karen, but you know who I mean, typical stereotype, Karen turned around and said, "Oh, that's a bit easy." She took less than 5 minutes to solve, while most people take a little bit longer. So she laid down the gauntlet. I took up the challenge. So what I did is I designed a little bit more complex maze, which is this one. Put the box aside, and let's see whether you can see that. As you can see, it's a little bit more complex, and it works on the same principle. You go work your way down through the maze, etc. And again, I'm not going to do that. Then I had this brilliant thought, well, now I've got two of these boxes or bases. Now, what if I wanted to make another maze, or a different maze, more complex or easier? It doesn't matter. I've got to make another box. Well, I thought, why not just make this face, the maze part, exchangeable? Well, lo and behold, got out SketchUp, started working. I put in a SketchUp diagram and came up, oh, here we go, with this basic design. It's only for the base, but what it consists of are standalone mazes, which that's the, oh, hang on, always prepared. That's the more difficult. This is the simpler. No, it's not. There's the more difficult one as well. Where the hell is it? Here we are. This is sort of like the simpler one. I haven't polished this up yet. I only polished it up just to see how well it slides. But as you can see, so that's a bit easier than the entire box. And not only that, you can store these things inside the box. Oh, I should have made the box bigger. Anyway, beside the point. The idea is that our sides will have these channels whereby you can slide that in from the top. What I did, and I'll show you now, is come up with a base, because I thought, well, it's well and good you slide it in, but as you're trying to maneuver through the maze, the knob catches on one of these and you're just going to pull this right out of the setup. So I had to find a way of locking it in, yet be able to access the box, because that's what it really is, from the inside, so you can put stuff in there, you know. So, and I'll show you this mechanism I came up with, only because once I assemble it you won't be able to see the mechanism itself. These are just alignment blocks I used when I had to glue this together, because you can't sort of like square it up to get it aligned properly, and I didn't want to use my dowel alignment technique, which I use in a lot of other places. I made this little jig up, which is basically the profile of the side. So I can then put that in there. There's another one on the other side which basically aligns it while I glue it up, and then this can be discarded or put aside. But anyway, this is the mechanism I came up with. It's just a little sort of like a paddle with a rotating key under it, as you can see. Now the intention is that, assuming that, oh hang on, look, I'll do it. Put the sides up. I might as well show you how it actually, I'm hoping it'll work. Once you've got the sides up, there's really nothing to support the top, so I've come up, and I don't know how well this is going to work, but I've actually put a couple of little finger joints in there, hopefully to make it a little bit more sturdy. And hang on, I'll get a clamp just to hold this together. It's not being vertical, but that'll do. And now the intention is that this will be able to slide down there and lock in to this little tenon down there. But then when you swing this around from the bottom, that will captivate or swing into this slot there, and it'll then hopefully lock it down. Now the intention is I'll do it from the back. As you can see, I'll swing that around like that, and it's in there, and now hopefully that'll lock it in. Look, if people are going to try and force it, they might pull that apart, but lock that in. So hang on, can you see all that? Hopefully you can, yeah. And that's a concept behind it. Of course, the mirror image of that pattern, is that the same one? No, that's the wrong one. God, I better make sure I get the right one together. Oh yeah, that's the right one, yeah. That slips in on the back side. And hopefully that'll work. Now look, I'm not going to take a video of this glue up, because every time I do a glue up and take a video of it, you know full well, or a lot of you that have gotten into glue ups, you get into a panic situation, and the last thing I want to be concerned about is, oh, is the picture in the viewfinder? Am I staying within the sight of everyone else? Forget it. I'd rather not take a video of it and just show you the finished product. The other thing I have to make sure is I keep this perpendicular. The way I'm going to do it is a couple of packers, because that's 2-3mm thickness, packer there, and I'll be using these angle type of things, just to make sure that that stays perpendicular during the glue up. And again, this is where this little mini workbench is great, because I can now attach some clamps there to hold these into position, etc. So I'll stop filming now and show you, hopefully this is finished once it's the glue's dried. Finally finished it. Not over impressed with these little things. They're not too strong. I mean, being careful, they'll hold, but you know, give it to a kid or somebody that gets frustrated with the puzzle, they could quite easily break it. But here we go, you know, give you an idea. I'll put the back one in, and hopefully you'll be able to see how it works. As you can see, it slides down, and then if you get under here and, damn it, twist it, hang on, now you can see that one would come across the front, and that's not going to come out, which is quite good. Slip this one down, because as you can see, it will slip out quite easily, even if, you know, once you try and put the box in. But once you twist this little knob, it's solid, and not only that, that will sort of brace the box, give it a bit more rigidity. From then on, you just grab the new lid and zip, off you go. Look, I'm not going to do it because I'll probably waste a lot of time doing it, but that's it. And then if you want to, this is the beauty of it, you can really screw up your guests by replacing that with one of the other ones, lock it in place and just say to them, come on, go ahead. To start off, and woohoo, they get started because both are the same at the start, but then they come a cropper. Oops. And there you have it. So yeah, anyway, that's my little sadistic pleasure for the day. So pull that out, and of course the beauty of this is I can make whatever design I like and just replace the, hang on, replace the front, sorry, the maze, and the box stays the same. I don't have to worry about going through all the effort of engraving all that, which the engraving is not a problem, it's the bloody filling and sanding of it that is. And there you have it. The next thing is I might try some sort of a circular pattern, and again the beauty of the laser is that that should not be an issue. So there you have it, boys and girls. That's my latest foray into these puzzles. So hope it gives somebody a few ideas. If you happen to have a laser or CNC, it's well within your grasp. Catch you later and keep safe.